For this rivalry game. It's the Steelers and the Browns on Sunday night.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Thank you all for joining us here in week number 2. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we got a great one this week, partner. One of the only games league-wide featuring 2 teams who both won their openers.
Yeah, it's been mission accomplished so far, each off to the start that they envisioned as the season began. And while it's only week 2, whoever can come out of this one with a win and jump to 2-0 has everybody in their division looking up at them.
Only one team will keep the winning ways going to start the season as we're off in week 2. Calvin Austin on the return. Return's looking good so far. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. They'll run here on first down. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They get 13 on the pickup. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. On the ground, this is Isaac Garindo. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Putting a receiver in motion. Here's Garindo again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun, handoff to Garindo. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 31. Connection made to Isaac Garindo. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Garindo running between the tackles. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Fields. On target to Musgrave. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now, it's starting with 6 as they come up on it, 1st and goal. From the gun, Garindo is in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. Isaac Garindo with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. So here come the Browns on offense, readying for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 4th-year quarterback.
Simply put, there's not a throw on the field he's not capable of making. His arm can reach every blade of grass, which as a defender is an absolute pain to have to worry about down in and down out. And as an offense, it energizes you for the possibility of a big play at any time.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. On the option, they give it to Brooks. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Look into the air here. Pressure's there, and the steel curtain closes on him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Browns are lining up to punt. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Steelers will take over possession. They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go.
Off play action, it's Fields. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
This is ahead for about 5. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. 4th down punt upcoming, Brock, and here's Austin McNamara to put his leg into it. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And a fair catch made here at the 17. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the 2nd time. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw. He's got Khalil Shakir. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Pass play coming here. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there. Throw on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They put a receiver in motion right. Running in the red zone. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Going after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Browns tie this game 7-7. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. He'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Steelers with some very good field position. They get set, 1st and 10. Fields out of the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. This is Garindo. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They'll need something big here to start out. It's 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Steelers set to punt it. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. The Browns and Khalil Shakir headed out on offense now. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for him that could have postseason implications down the line. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the first. J.K. Scott on to punt. His first punt win 50. This is away and looks even better. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. Has a lane past the 45. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Steelers first down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Trying an inside give to Garindo. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll go right back to Garindo. He still has room inside the 30. It's a gain of 29 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Here we go.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
On the give, it's Garindo. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Nothing doing that time, and it leaves them on 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Fields. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers take a 2nd quarter lead. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7.
Here we go, set. Let go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Has a man. It's Brooks. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. That's incomplete left side.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Escapes a defender. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. That's going to be... What a hit! And the ball's loose! Steelers have it, headed the other way! And Pittsburgh's going to take this back for the touchdown! The Steelers capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. A great return out of him, makes a great play into one of our game's biggest highlights with that touchdown.
Yeah, some serious running back skills right there for a linebacker who doesn't get too many chances to show out like that. The only time we normally see him at top speed, Kate, is when he's running down a ball carrier. But to put that ball in his hands, he wasn't going to be denied.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Pass play on 1st and 10. That one complete to Njoku. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Dropping back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Jerry Jeudy. And now they face 2nd down.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Complete to Shakir. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down. Everly's kick is good, and that'll get him back to 11.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Steelers and Isaac Guerrero ready for another go on offense.
Here we go.
Fields on 1st down. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They've got a man in motion.
Go.
Now a give to Guerrero. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. The Steelers with a chance to boost their lead. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
Here we go. Right.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Setting up the running back screen. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Steelers first down.
Here we go, son.
Looking to throw Fields. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here we go, son.
They'll run here with Garindo. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. The Steelers calling their first timeout.
Here we go.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped.
Don't jump. Ready?
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Hey, 10. Hey, 10. West side pitch. Right.
From the 19. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Here we go. Right.
Now Garindo. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Chip clear. Eleven. Right.
Now Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards. That brings us to the break. Not a big window for those halftime speeches. They're right back out of the locker room and set to resume play with the 3rd quarter. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Oh, baby, he gets rocked and the ball is out. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run. It's Garindo. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. They send a tight end in motion.
Right.
On the carry, it's Garindo. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. Play action, Fields. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. The former soccer star, Brandon Aubrey, on now to attempt a field goal. From the left hash, 34 yards away.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing. That's complete. Here's Brooks. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He'll get this one to Brooks. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the Steelers' 48-yard line.
From the 48. Throw reeled in by Wk2. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Brooks. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They're throwing it. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Setting up a throw. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns. Go!
Here's Brooks. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Again, they give to Brooks. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a yard that time. A defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
3rd down from the gun. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns start the 2nd half with some needed points. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Browns chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here comes Austin. He's got a lane up past the 30. The 40. At the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers push their lead further to start the half. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Browns are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And that's good for a gain of 5. Hit applied by Keanu Benton. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. On the option, they give it to Brooks. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Back to throw now. He has the 1st over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Judy now in motion left. On 1st down, here comes Brooks. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Again, it's Brooks. Into the the second level past the 30. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns shrinking the lead some in the third. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Browns chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. First down throw for Fields. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Fields out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Out of the shotgun, Fields. On the move, headed right. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up. They'll send out the punting unit. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. The Browns and Jonathan Brooks ready to begin another drive. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. This one's quickly to Shakir. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
25 yards on the play. That's good. 4.
He's dropping back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2. 1 yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Ready? Hey, smash!
From the 31. Got him in. It's Njoku. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They have themselves another first and 10.
And the Browns, first down.
Go!
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They are throwing it again. He has it at the 5. Touchdown, Cleveland. So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. On the return, here comes Austin. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Fields pushing his offense in the hurry-up. Completed to his running back. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. All set up now for first and 10. Off play action, it's Fields. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
He's just one of those guys, Pete. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's certainly given us a performance worthy of these primetime lights. This is now a 100-yard game that he's put together. Third down, 1 yard to go. He keeps it himself. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
You know, it sure looked like defense had done enough to hold him on that play. Credit that first down to a good initial effort and second effort to keep fighting to go get that extra yard needed.
And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Not in a time crunch just yet, but they're hurrying to the line anyway. Buying some time right. Oh, he's going to run for it. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. While this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Garindo again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Steelers take a 4th quarter lead. Isaac Garindo with the touchdown. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back out now comes the Browns offense. Still time to go, Bronk, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. And he's touchdown after a nice pickup there to get the 1st. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And this one doesn't go far. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 43. Judy there to grab it. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. That one complete to Njoku. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. From the 32. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete, and that brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Browns first down.
Here's a throw. A throw right side, caught by Njoku. And he's able to get this down to the 13. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 13-yard line.
Brought in right side. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. We'll get out of bounds after a small gain. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Setting up to pass. Has it in close. That's a Cleveland touchdown. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Here's a return from the 7. He lost the football, and the fumble recovery is made. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Brooks. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. The Steelers calling their first time out. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
at the 31-yard line.
Go! Check go!
Running once more with Brooks. Room to run inside the 20. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout.
Here we go, set! Alert! Alert!
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Handoff here for Brooks. And they take this in for the score. The Browns jump in front late. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. Oh, still going. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. In the 11th hour, now a point after try to tie this game. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted! Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that defense got a little something extra after the pick, and any return is normally a product of good coaching. They drill this all the time on the practice field about becoming a runner, finding the near sideline, your defensive players becoming blockers. And I know it doesn't show up as a ton of return yards on the stat sheet, but boy, every yard's important and critical in the game of football.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time.
Still first down.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Here we go.
On the give, it's Garindo. He's out in the clear. They pick up 20 yards there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal.
Here we go.
Going to the ground again on first. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives them 1st and goal.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave them enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal.
Here we go, tonight.
Garindo. And he breaks the tie. That should win him this game. Brock, touchdown. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them, and Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
45.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here he is to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Steelers are winners, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.